Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Ron Roberson. With us is Matt Ryan, who plays Neil in the play Bluff. Neil, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you with us, and I just can't wait to hear about the play, and I've heard bits and pieces about it, and so excited to have you here. Before we get started, tell us about yourself, a little bit about your background.
Well, I'm originally from Missouri. Went to school in Arkansas. I actually have an engineering degree and came out here. Fell in love with writing, wanted to write, and have been acting for the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So having a lot of fun doing it.
Yes, indeed. Now let's talk about the play itself, Bluff. Give us a little background on the play.
Well, Bluff was originally written with John Cryer in the main role. This is actually the West Coast premiere of the play. I play Neil, and I am kind of like the boyfriend who's caught in between this family feud. My girlfriend Emily and her stepfather, Gene. And it's kind of, he tries to control her, and she's trying to control this whole little thing. And Neil's kind of caught in between. He's kind of like the eyes, the focus, that kind of sees through all of this stuff. So he's kind of like an outsider's point of view.
So what, were we talking, a comedy drama here?
A little bit of both. There's some comedy. Neil definitely plays the comedic role. He kind of brings the laughs. And there's a lot of drama between Emily and Gene. So there's a nice little balance between
Now,
the
who
two.
are the particulars, the writers and directors of the play?
Jeffrey Sweet, who has written a number of plays. He has a very much a Second City sense, kind of a Second City improv sense. So a lot of this play really has no set, and the scenes transition amongst themselves. So he pretty much uses kind of an improv format, but yet it's not improvised.
Yes, and it's also being played out on a very special stage.
Yes, the Group Repertory Theater. It's the Lonnie Chapman Group Repertory Theater, which is one of the oldest continuous repertory theaters in Los Angeles. It was founded, I believe, in around 1972, and Lonnie came in a few years later to become the artistic director. It's a 99-seat house in North Hollywood. We've done a number of plays with a number of people. Dennis Weaver has performed there, Harvey Korman has performed there. So a lot of names have come through the group rep.
Wow. And what is the location? Where is it exactly?
The group rep is at 10900 Burbank Boulevard in North Hollywood. That's between Vineland and Cahuenga. We have a website. It's lcgrt.com, lcgrt.com. And people can go there, see what we have going on. They can order tickets through the website. They can order tickets online through other sites, Theater Mania, Gold Star, LA Stage tickets for the show are $20. And they could also call our line, 818-700-4878.
Yeah. So. You know, I talked to you earlier, and when we talked about theater and different things, you just seem to kind of light up. Why is it so important to keep theater going, and especially amongst the young?
Well, I think theater gives a completely different perspective to craft and entertainment. You go to the movie theaters, you watch television, all of that stuff is shot weeks, months ago, and it's all edited together. So it can be pretty much carved any way that the producers or the directors want. But when you go see live theater, things will happen, and you have to adjust, and just the least little mistake or the least little whatever can turn into like a night of an enjoyment, something that people remember. So I think it's the live aspect, the interaction between the audience and the actors. It's really great, and it's really fun.
Yeah. What are some of the other shows that have been there at the theater?
Well, currently running in rep, we will have Karen Knotts, who's the daughter of Don Knotts. She's doing a one-woman show called Tied Up in Knots, which I guess is her life experience with living with Don Knotts, and that will open February the 17th, a week after our show opens. Our show opens the 9th, so it should be fun. Yeah.
And once again, before we go, about 30 seconds left, give us the dates, the times, and the web address.
Bluff opens February 9th, runs through March 31st. Friday nights and Saturday nights at 8, Sunday matinees at 2 p.m. Tickets are $20. The website again is www.lcgrt.com.
Great. Matt, thank you so much for being with us, and good success and all your endeavors there at the theater. Nice guy. Really
thank
appreciate
you very much.
All right. And thank you for joining us on Local Edition. We'll see you next time. I'm Ron Roberson. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Ron Roberson. With us is Marianne Rossi, and she plays Emily in the play Bluff. Welcome.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
I almost tripped up there. I didn't know whether to call you Emily or Marianne.
I'll answer to either.
If you would, before we talk about the play, Marianne, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a new arrival in the Los Angeles area, coming from the Bay Area. And I have a bi-coastal upbringing, so originally from South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Bay Area of California.
Yes. Now the Bluff, or Bluff. I knew I was going to make that mistake. Bluff. Tell us about the play and give us a little background on what it's all about.
Well, it's a wonderful play written by Jeffrey Sweet. It's sort of a dramedy, half comedy. It's got some amazing characters. It sort of has this entwined family conflict. And unfortunately, an innocent bystander, which would be who plays my boyfriend, gets involved and in the middle of things. So, but it's a really great show.
Now you play the character Emily, and describe her to us. Who is she?
Well, she's sort of this quirky, little neurotic personality who meets a lawyer named Neil, and they have this wonderful relationship, and everything seems to be going great until her stepfather comes into the picture, and sort of her past life starts to affect her present life. So. Now,
as plays goes, this is written a little different. You mentioned to me that it's sort of like a improv that's been written out.
Jeffrey Sweet is an alumni of Second City in Chicago, and there's also a chapter here in Los Angeles. And he sort of stylized it after long-form improv, but this is a scripted program. So it's really great. We break the fourth wall, meaning we have times when we actually speak to the audience and in character, and some characters out of character, which makes it for a very interesting evening.
That could be a little dangerous too, depending on the
maybe if it's
audience
not done
response.
right, but you know.
I didn't know that, and that makes it really interesting. I'd like to see that because one heckler out there or one smart aleck, and it can kind of ruin things.
We're watching, so we can see everybody in the audience.
So you don't have people stashed there or anything?
No,
to
absolutely
answer,
not. It's not an interactive play, but we do address the audience.
Yeah. Now give us the dates and times and also the location.
Well, it's at the Lonnie Chapman Theater in North Hollywood. We open February 9th, and the play runs through March 31st. It's a weekend event, Friday and Saturdays at 8 p.m., and we have a matinee on Sundays at 2.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Richard Allen Woody.
Oh, yes, let's.
Tell us about him.
He's wonderful. This is my second production with him. He's a very talented, knowledgeable director. He's wonderful to his actors. He's very giving, and he's very open to suggestion as well. And you could tell he's just a very seasoned individual. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Now, who do you suggest would come out and enjoy this play? Is there an age limit?
I would probably say it's sort of a PG-13. Yeah, just some of the dialogue, no violence, but there's definitely some dialogue that's going to be kind of geared toward more of the older crowd.
And as we look at the play itself, is it a good place for a guy to take his girlfriend to go see?
Sure. Oh, definitely. Yeah. The venue is wonderful. Lonnie Chapman Theater is fantastic. It's a 99-seat theater. It's very comfortable, and there's lots of wonderful restaurants around. So there's the before and after, and yeah, definitely. I highly recommend it. Yeah. Plus, we'll enjoy the show.
And once again, before we go off, I want to make sure that people get it all right. Give us the particulars once again, the dates and times. And
Lonnie Chapman Theater in North Hollywood, and plays through February 9th, which is opening night, and closes on March 31st, Saturday and Sunday at 8, and 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday.
All right. Yeah. Well, continued success, and thank you so much for coming out and seeing us.
Oh, thank you.
As I guess they can say it properly, we'd say break a leg. Can I say that?
Yes, as many limbs as I can without twisting anything. So, yes, thank you.
Thank you, Marianne. Really appreciate you. And thank you for joining us on Local Edition. I'm Ron Roberson. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.